Well, let's find out how long Axel Tuanzebe is going to be out for. He had to go off in our last game in the Premier League at home to Liverpool, and Tuanzebe's got a broken ankle. He's out for 3 months. He's out for the season now. Will probably miss the start of the new season as well. Definitely miss pre-season. But he's more importantly, he's going to miss the FA Cup final at Wembley against Nottingham Forest. Such a blow for him. But we've got to stay optimistic. This is a great opportunity now for someone like Romagnoli, who he brought in January, or even Victor Lindelof, who needs more game time to come into the first team. So let's go ahead and let's fix this problem. That's not what I wanted. If we go back and then go across to squad, as you can see, he's got that injury. Such a blow. We needed him as well, especially for that FA Cup final. He deserved to be in it as well after some really good, solid performances in that competition. But let's just switch these two around as well. There we go. Just 2 games to go then in the Premier League. We start at Turf Moor against Burnley. So, as Premier League champions, we look to continue our winning ways, our good form. Don't want to lose just yet. That'd be terrible. After retaining our title, it'd be awful to lose against someone like Burnley away from home. I mean, our away form has been fantastic throughout the whole of this season. It'd just be terrible to let that slip here today. So for United, it's David De Gea that starts in goal. Fosu Mensah, Lindelof, Bailly and Shaw. Lindelof in for the injured Tuanzebe. We've got Kroos, Matic and Pogba with Lingard, Lukaku and Martial. Back to Fosu Mensah here. Swing this in, looking for Lukaku. It's in for Pogba, hits that first time. I think I know my team for the FA Cup final against Forest. I just hope we don't pick up any more injuries from now until then, when we make the trip to Wembley. Here is Martial. Over the top for Toni Kroos. Can't bring it down, but Lukaku can. Hits it on the volley, and it's a top save from Tom Heaton. Concedes the corner. Lukaku scored a similar goal against Bournemouth. Kroos brings that down nicely on the chest as well. Bit of space in now for Victor Lindelof coming forwards. It's in for Pogba, hits it! Oh, what a goal! An absolute thunderbolt from Paul Pogba, who's been in fine form this month. Scored a handful of goals, but his performances overall have been absolutely terrific. What a finish. Look at the swerve on the ball. Matic over the top. Finds Martial. What a ball. Fantastic. And Martial almost doubled our lead here. Tony Jansch. Here is Jack Cork now. Former Swansea man gives it away to Matic. Martial making the run forwards. Martial. Yes. Does make it 2-0. Again, very similar to what happened in the game against, it was Southampton, wasn't it? He came running in, took the finesse shot, keeper saves, comes back out on the rebound, and Martial, given a second chance, is always going to put that one away. That's through for Jack Cork. It's Joshua King now. What a ball! And what a miss! How is he not making it 2-1 there and drawing a goal back here for Burnley? Did De Gea save that? Did he get a touch on it? Oh, he did! Just off his thumb there. Burnley, big 45 minutes ahead for them. And they might have found a way through with Ivan Cavallero. He has as well. He's drawn a goal back for Burnley. What a start to the second half. First shot, first goal in this half for Burnley. Let's hope that doesn't continue. If it does, we might end up losing this game. We don't want that happening. That's out from Heaton. Finds Fraser. Go on. Oh, have it. He's given Luke Shaw the run around here today, Fraser, and he deserves it. Luke Shaw getting stuck. Oh no. He picks up a yellow card. Thank God for that. It's not red, although it should be, seeing that it was a challenge from behind. It was malicious. Let's put some fresh legs on there then. So on comes Juan Mata, on comes Justin Kluivert, off goes Toni Kroos and Jesse Lingard. Justin Kluivert scored his first goal for United in that game against Southampton. Can he get a second here today? It's in for... Oh, does well, drags the ball back, but he has it lost to Oberlin. Good cross into the box. We need to hold on to this lead here. Look at the space now for Alexis Sanchez. Brings it down, keeps it under control. Let's go and make this one count, shall we? Can we make it 3-1 before that final whistle? It's in for Justin Kluivert. Finish it! Oh, come on. We weren't at our sparkling goal-scoring best here today, but we still put in a professional job. We still got the win. It's finished 2-1 here at Turf Moor. It was a pretty subdued game, if anything. Not much really to talk about. As we focus on our next game, the last game of the Premier League season away to Watford. We're just gearing ourselves up for that FA Cup final now, really. It's happened again. I've just come round to editing the footage captured from that game against Liverpool and discovered that it's only recorded the audio and not the footage. I'm not sure what's going on. The same happened with the Roma game, that second leg, a couple of episodes ago in the Champions League, and now it's happened with this one against it. I really hope this doesn't happen for that FA Cup final against Forest. This is annoying. But as you can see, that game against Liverpool, it finished 1-1. We came away with just a point. It was Coutinho that opened up the scoring. Then it was Romelu Lukaku that drew us level and won us the point in that game. It was very tight, to be honest. But I just can't believe that this has happened again. And as I say, I hope this doesn't happen for the FA Cup final against Nottingham Forest. Thankfully, that game against Liverpool didn't really have much of a say in the Premier League title race, seeing that we've already wrapped things up. Because I would have been annoyed with it being such a big game as well. But it is what it is, I suppose. I can only apologise, guys. So there's the league table then, heading in to the final day of the Premier League season. We do travel down south to take on Watford. They find themselves 12th. They could potentially finish the season, if they are to beat the Premier League champions, 9th. The race for 4th spot is well and truly wide open here. It could be Bournemouth, Leicester, Spurs, or even Man City or Everton. At the bottom, it's tight, as Burnley, West Brom, Brighton, Newcastle could go down. Let's see what happens then, shall we? Here we go, final day of Season 3 in the Premier League for Manchester United. We're here against Watford. So, players walking out into the pitch here, the sun beating down here in Watford, and we do have the best away record. We've picked up 40 points on the road this season, and it's those performances that have seen us go all the way and retain our Premier League trophy this season. My final Premier League team selection then: De Gea in goal, Valencia back in, Lindelof, Bain, Shaw, Kroos, Matic and Pogba, Rashford, Lukaku and Martial. I hope we get no injuries today, because in just a week's time we've got that FA Cup final at Wembley against Forest. Look at this, what a start this could be. Lukaku and it's Sood with an incredible acrobatic save there. Still 0-0. Pogba coming forwards for United. This is looking good. Lukaku through for Rashford. It's in for Pogba. He makes it 1-0, but it's offside. Ah, the assistant with the flag up. He was well and truly offside. What a start it would have been. We've looked really good so far. And now Watford, Bittencourt. That ball to Juncker. Swings it in. And De Gea, you absolute saviour. Still 0-0. Promise. Quincy Promise. Forwards for Volland. Lindelof with the challenge. It's outside the penalty area. Looked very close, to be honest. Could have easily have been a penalty, that. Well, then the ball's there for some reason. Swings it in. Volland finds Shaw instead. Still looking dangerous, this. Decore. Day having to tip that one over the crossbar. Ooh. Chalobah here now on the ball. To Promise. Gives it away to Matic. Absolutely bizarrely here. And it's in for Anthony Martial. 1-0. And we'll go and celebrate in front of the United away fans. 1-0. Final game of the season, 38 minutes on the clock, and we're going to finish off this season as we've gone on throughout this season, really putting in that performance, just digging deep and scoring goals and taking souls. Pogba, Matic through the middle now for Kroos, looking for Lukaku on his right. It's a good effort on his right. And it's a penalty. A penalty right before the break here. And it's Tony Stark. Stark with the challenge here. What actually oh, he took out Rashford. Wow. I hope Rashford's okay. We need him for the FA Cup final. Stark, though, with an Iron Man challenge. Oh, Rashford concedes the penalty. Lukaku to make it 2. Easy. It's 2-0 to Manchester United. Bit of breathing space on the final day of the Premier League season. I'll be happy with this. I'll be happy with this result. And if we don't come away with any big injuries ahead of the FA Cup final, I'll certainly be very, very happy. Solid penalty. Cool, calm, collected. Had everything. Bailly. Oh, getting stuck in here, but still not winning the ball off Pereira. De Gea comes out. Was that... Oh, that's another free kick. Right before half-time. It's just madness. The amount of things that have already happened. And the ref's still not blowing for half-time. Volland to take this again then. The other side chips it in. Can we get rid, please? Volland on the volley! And almost... Who was that got in the way? Was it Bailly again? An absolute nightmare for Kevin Volland at the moment. Oh no, it's Matic's back. Decore, Pereira. It's Valencia that stands in the way. Why didn't I give him the captain's armband for today? I mean, this could be his last game for United today. Might do it against Forest. That's in for Pogba. We are just playing with Watford. It's 3-0. And it's come as easy as you like. Anthony Martial with his second of the game. And he's just pretty much wrapped things up here for Manchester United. It was 2-on-1 between Pogba and Martial. And Zoot had to do it. It was an open goal. Too easy. Quincy Promise now shielding the ball well. Oh, come on. Oh, that's too weak of a challenge. Ref, you can't give a penalty and you can't give a yellow card for that. That's ridiculous. Look at this. That has to be the world's softest penalty a referee has given. And it's Quincy Promise that has just gone off to be replaced by Amrabat. And it's going to be Amrabat to take the pen. He's going to the left. No, he's not. He's going to the right. And he makes it 3-1. Shouldn't have been a penalty in the first place. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the power he scores that. Look at that. Chalobah through for Pereira. We've seen a lot of the ball at the moment. I don't like that. Rashford. What can we do with Rashford here? Ooh, good challenge from Stark. On Rashford again. That's going to be our throw. Stark can't be happy with that. It's under Herrera. Rashford. Swing that in on his left. It's in for Paul Pogba. It's perfect. It's perfectly delivered for that man there. Paul Pogba. Who makes it 4-1 to Manchester United. Well, what a performance it's been today. What a result for the final day of this Premier League season. And what a result to go into that FA Cup final against Forest at Wembley in just a week's time. It's all over then. That's it for this game here at Vicarage Road. It's finished 4-1. That's it for this Premier League season. It's been a good one. We've retained our title. And now we must focus all of our attention on that next game. The FA Cup final. My first FA Cup final in this save. Guys, don't miss it. It's the next episode. See you there.